Good afternoon, collectors. It's a beautiful afternoon here in Minnesota, and we are coming to you live from the Department 56 showroom at One Village Place in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. I'm Melinda Seegers, your Miss Littown, and this is another episode of our Facebook Live. And we really have had very wonderful response from your last couple of our last couple of Facebook Lives. So thank you for that. Please let us know where you're joining us from. Say hello, ask your questions, and if you've got some comments, we'd like those as well. Let us know if you're seeing some of the new product arriving in your stores, if you're able to get out and get to the stores, and what you think of the new products, because we really can't make new product and design new things unless we know how you feel about them. So that's very important to us. It's been something that you've wanted and needed and used in your villages for a very long time, and that is animation. Things that move, things that make noise, things that have flashing lights, and things that actually add sound to your villages. And I thought what I would do is take you right back to the beginning, and the year happened to have been 1994, and our very first animated accessory was this piece right here, which I'm sure many of you have. It was the animated skating pond. Came out in 1994, and it very quickly became a very popular piece, and it became the centerpiece for many of your village displays. And it really didn't matter what village you collected either, because we made it generic enough that it could be used in Snow Village, it could be used with the Dickens Village, it could be used with Christmas in the City, could be used in New England, or even in Alpine Village. The skaters were children who can be found spinning anywhere, spinning on the ice. And the artist who designed them was very conscious that the set might be used in multiple villages. The original, which was item number 52299, had a direct wired base. So that was just a plug on a cord that plugged into the wall, and that was the end of it. If something happened, your base died, you really had to replace the whole set. The new animated skating pond, which is what I'm showing here, came out in 2007. And there were a few changes, a few improvements, just like, I guess, with cars. You know, every year they try to make things better. Sometimes it's an improved glove box. Sometimes it's an improved engine performance. This one had some improved performance to it. What we did with this one is we had an external adapter that could be plugged in, and if something happened to the adapter, that you got a power surge or something, the adapter would take the damage, leave your base alone, and you could replace this and keep using the set. So we really feel that was an added feature to the new animated skating pond. So if you need an adapter for your skating pond, look at our replacement parts section. It's replacement adapter number 53. And we can get one of those out to you in just a few days if you place an order online. If you need new skaters, those are also available. In 2007, when we updated our skating pond, we did just some slight updates to the figures. Now you can order a set of replacement figures. They come in a little box like this. They have the magnets on the bottom. We've had people ask if you can buy just the magnets. We've never offered just the magnets, but a whole new set of skaters sometimes is really nice to have. If you want to personalize your pond and have more boys than girls based on your family, if you order a second set of skaters, you can certainly do that. And we did change one of the little figures in the set. The other thing that is also available, so these are also in the replacement parts section. The other thing that's available, somehow these things get lost, they end up in little boys' pockets, is we have the replacement snowman and the little dog that are just kind of set-abouts as part of the skating pond scene. So those two are available as a set separately from the skaters. We thought, let's break them up so that these are two less expensive items rather than to have you buy the whole set of 6 pieces. So those, again, if you need those, they're on the replacement parts section. And speaking of replacement part, there's a lot of product that you can get to make things that you didn't think were working work well for you again. And a couple of them I've got right here. All the skating ponds and all of the animated pieces will come with a little, sometimes they're yellow. The newer ones now are white, and they feel kind of plasticky. I always call them Teflon discs because they make the surface of the magnet very slippery. It's just a little stick-on magnet or stick-on cover that you can put over the magnet, and that keeps your pond from getting scratched up. And it really, like the Teflon on a pan, keeps things from breaking down and just gives you a better service. It keeps things from getting so jerky as far as your figures go. 2 other very inexpensive, and these also can be ordered online. So if you need these little sets of 24, I mean, you could replace 6 times, you could replace them on your skating pond for one little package. These belts are something that we carry. We've got a list on the front of all the pieces they're used for. We've got a larger size and a smaller size. They're used for things like the animated sledding hill, the photo with Santa, the Through the Woods, the ski slope, hockey practice, and haunted coal car, twirling teacups. Pieces like that. If you put in the item number in replacement parts of the product you have, you can see if your piece, if these will work for any of your pieces. We have 2 sizes of them, the larger ones and the smaller ones, and it does give dimensions and things like that. One of them is 1.25 inches in diameter, the other one is 1.75 inches. And people will ask, well, why do I need to replace belts? It looks like it's still on there, but on the sledding hill, for example, the little sledder gets stuck at the top of the hill. Well, that means that this belt is no longer tight, and it doesn't grab the 2 gears that make the sledders go up and down the hill. Replacing that will eliminate that problem of the sledder getting stuck at the top of the hill. Some very simple fixes. We also have, I have it right here. We have one for just a couple of pieces. In fact, I had to kind of beg and plead a couple of years ago to have them remake this. They had to make a whole new tooling device. It's called a double magnet belt, and it's used for the Rockefeller skating rink, clearing the driveway again, and the one that we sell it for the most pieces is for the London Skating Club, which was a gift set a few years ago. But it has 2 magnets on it. And again, it's rubber. Rubber dries out. It can crack, it can break, and without you even knowing that there's going to be a problem, replacing this belt will solve your problem. Okay. One of the things I wanted to show you, and I'm sorry I did this out of order because I didn't look at my notes, was when we introduced the first animated piece, the animated skating pond. It was featured in the January 1994 Quarterly Magazine, and I know many of you might have that. If you look at the centerfold, we really played it up. We had a centerfold of the new animated skating pond because we were very excited to add this to our villages. If you don't have it, this might be something that at some point in the future we can get into a blog article and put this up on our website and get this picture added to the article. And I think we'll do that later this summer. It's amazing where your ideas come from, just right now. In 2020, we have lots of choices for animations. We have the Building the Snowman, which was the smaller skating pond that I showed you, I believe, last time. We have the hockey practice that's been in the line almost 20 years. We have several that will add animation to the top of your display, like the Up and Away flying sleigh, which has been reinvented several times. And right now it's also part of the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation in the form of the animated Flaming Sleigh. Couldn't think of what the name of it was. We've got the Swan Pond, which a lot of you are enjoying using. And then we have one of my favorite animated pieces that works in all the villages, and that is the lit rotating tree. I think I showed you this when it first came out, but I really, really like this piece for several reasons. One, it can be used in any village. It is all resin, so it doesn't have a shiny finish, but it would work very well in Snow Village. It really looks nice just like this. If you'll look here, there is an on-off switch. So it's plugged in, but it doesn't always have to be rotating because sometimes the lights might bother people. Oh, do I have that turned off? There we go. It wasn't as dramatic as I thought it was going to be because I had my power strip off. But I think this is really a pretty piece. It's just as pretty off as it is on because it has the gold balls. You can't tell any of the lighting on it. You turn it on and you end up with the clear red and green lights. Looks good in the center of a Christmas in the City display. It looks good in Dickens Village, and it looks great in Snow Village as well. I just think it's a very attractive piece. It retails for about $85, and you just can't go wrong with something like this. And I really like the fact that they have now made it so that you can turn it off. It can stay in your display, and when you have friends or visitors come by and they want to see your set, you can show them this. You can turn it on and not have to have it on all the time. Sometimes that gets to be a little much. Oh, great. Okay. All right. So we've added animation to a lot of our houses as well as to having animated village pieces. And over the years, we've had replacement parts, which is why animation and replacement parts go so well together. How many of you can tell what this is? This is, and I only have one, so I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this in a safe place. We'll probably never produce anything like this again. This is the interior unit that was used for the Haunted Mansion, which was the very first Snow Village Halloween piece. There we go. You could buy a replacement disc or screen that shows the witches and the ghosts and the bats flying around. You could buy the replacement base. You still can buy the replacement bulbs that go into the unit. That has what is called a bayonet base. And you can buy an adapter to go with it. You can't buy this piece any longer, but this just shows where we have come from. This was quite large. It did have an on-off switch, so that was handy. So you didn't have to lift the piece up to turn it on. But it's quite large. And if you've got the Haunted Mansion, this is a piece to really prize and hang on to. So since then, we've come up with a lot of other, and this is the size that it is now, and you can see there's a real big difference in the size. This looks like the interior for both the Grimsley Manor and the Mordecai Mansion. Now, there's a story about the Grimsley Manor. It had a specific set of sounds, and I've had people who've been very disappointed that we can no longer get those set of sounds. But when we had the sounds recorded for that, it really was someone in their office with some special effects that they found online, and they kind of cobbled it together, and that was the end of it. So once we were done making those, we couldn't recreate that specific sound any longer. So we got a little smarter after that. So what we have for Mordecai Mansion and for some of the other pieces like the Rickety Railroad Station and what's the one with the Monster Mash House, those all have specific copyrighted sound chips that we can continue to recreate. But look at the difference in size. We've come a long way. This is much smaller, still uses the little bayonet style bulbs that you put into the piece. That one doesn't seem to want to. And then these lights flash on and off, so they don't both stay on all the time, so that's how you get the lightning effect. Again, it's got a little on-off switch and an adapter. All of these things are available in our replacement parts section. So that's another thing. The Jolly Club Ballroom for North Pole, another smaller piece. There is a screen that's available that can be replaced, and when you get the screen, you'll get the screen and it will look like this. This is for the Monster Mash House. This is for the Jolly Club Ballroom. So this one is for the Snow Village piece, but they come flat like this, and there's just some little hooks to put it together. That's just how we happen to get them. Makes it easier for shipping as well. The unit itself has an LED light in it, an on-off switch so that you can turn it on and off, and it also has a replaceable adapter. So all of these things really do make it so that you can use these things for many, many years. And speaking of adapters, when you get an adapter, unless somebody has done something in a hurry, there should be a number on your box. And that number will coordinate with the number that you ordered online. And the reason we use a number like this as opposed to the item number of the piece is that this particular adapter, and 003 happens to be the adapter that's used for the Mordecai Mansion, it's used for Grimsley Manor, it's used for the Haunted Railroad Station. So it's used for multiple things, so we simply assigned a number to it. So we have everything from 001, and I think our highest number is in like 175, something like that. So we have all of these cataloged that way by number. And we're really happy that a lot of our adapters are used on multiple pieces. It makes it a lot easier. Otherwise, with 1,000 pieces, we may have 1,000 adapters in back, but we don't. We've cut that back quite a bit. New for 2017, I wanted to show you just a couple more of the animated pieces, and I've got one right in front of me here. Is that good, Nate?
17?
Huh? 2020.
Yeah, you said 17.
Did I say 17? Oh, well, time is not flying as fast as I'd like it to, right? Okay, so this is on. There we go. Okay, this is for Halloween, and this is Little Red Riding Hood. This is a sample, so when I asked Rick if I could use it, he said, well, it might not work. There we go. Little Red Riding Hood is running around the tree to escape from, it's not working real well right now, but like I said, the factory was aware that this sample didn't work real well, but I did want to show it to you. And he is kind of running back and forth, kind of like he's ready to jump out and attack poor Little Red Riding Hood. And she's going to be, there she goes. She's running to get away from him. So it's really a nice new set. Lots of nice bare branch trees here. They've painted the bases on the Halloween pieces in a darker color that makes it spookier and better to use with our Halloween display. And you can put a little moss around the edge and really make it fit in nicely with our display. The other one that we will show you is right over here in our Halloween display, and that's Jack's Pumpkin Patch. And that's a cute little one, and little girl is running around, and the little boy is pushing his pumpkin, and it will go real nice with the fall harvest pieces, and it will also go nicely in your Halloween display. And again, you can see that the base is painted darker colors to fit in with the Halloween decor. And you can get a little better look at that. And then the other one that we can show you here that's kind of over the top is this, and I don't remember the name of this one. Nate's going to look up the name of it for me. But this adds a little height, and when Stefan Pepin, our display guy, did this, he built it up a little more so he put it on some styrofoam and then put the pumpkin tower excuse me, on top. It's got some LED lanterns on it. It's got lots of excuse me.
Midnight Freight Light.
Oh, say that fast 3 times.
Midnight Freight Light.
Midnight Fright Light. No, I've got something here, Nate. Yeah. It was really dry in here today, but it's really a neat one. I like the way the head spins around, and if your display was darkened, it would make it even spookier. And one more, since we're so close to it, let's show them this one, Nate. I'm going to lift it up out of the display. I think this one is really cool too. This is a new haunted tree, and it looks like it's been haunted by something from within. And just by adding an LED light to the inside and a little bit of acrylic cotton here, it really looks like it's kind of a fog effect and really adds some spookiness to the village. So there's another considered to be animated accessory. So I hope you have a little better understanding of some of the animated pieces that we've added to our villages over the year. I know you've added things as well. We'd love to hear your ideas. We'd love to also hear if you've got ideas you'd like to see us pursue as far as new things that we can add to your village. And we will see you. I know one other thing I wanted to tell you before I tell you when our next time is. We have something that we just added yesterday to our Facebook or to our website, and that is gift cards. We've had gift cards before, but now I think they're going to be even easier. They're just to be used on the website, correct, Nate? So from now until the end of July, there is a little discount, I think, of 10% on every gift card that you purchase. And what's really neat about these, there's an introductory offer. If you buy a $25 gift card, it will only cost you $22.50. You can set up a little message to whoever you'd like to give the gift card to. You can personalize the background. And the neatest part about it is you can schedule when you want to have this sent. So even if you're buying something today for someone whose birthday is in October, you can take advantage of the sale on the gift cards and say, I'd like to send this to my Aunt Mary, whose birthday is October 15th. They'll get it set up. You don't have to think about it anymore, and Aunt Mary will get her gift card and be absolutely thrilled with you on her birthday. These will only be available electronically. You aren't going to be able to get a hard copy and send in the mail. You can always print it off, or you can send an email to the person you're sending the gift card to, and then there's a link. They can open it up and use it on our website to purchase whatever they would like to purchase through Department 56. If you've got questions about that, do please ask us, and we'll try to get all the answers to you. And we will see you for our next Facebook Live, which will be in August. We're flying through summer this year. It will be August 6th. Actually, it's my son-in-law's birthday that day. Until then, we'll see you. Bye-bye.